And if you know me, I love boiling coffee and tea, so I'm trying my best not to actually burn myself. This is my, actually, hold on, let me put another sit down. Hope you can hear me with the mic. I'm going to try not to move around a lot and talk too loud, because I just feel like sometimes it doesn't have the sound I like. So I'll probably get another one, to be fair. But I hope you're doing good. This is my new dress that I've got myself. It is so pretty. I love it, from Roman as well, which was very much a surprise, but I'm definitely going to be wearing this on holiday. So, and it ties from the back. Today I actually do have a strapless bra, so it looks a lot better than previously when I wore it. Good guys, today I thought to sit down and just talk to you guys about confidence. Where is your confidence laying? Where do you find your confidence in? What are you confident about? Are you confident in yourself, in others, in other people? And how I've started growing my confidence and how I got to a place of just being more confident within myself. It is a journey. It's not a, one point you're there, you've arrived and you're perfect. No, it's a journey. So yeah, I just thought I would talk to you guys about that today. So my journey of confidence was zilch. Very much grew up a child that was very shy, very quiet. I think because I grew up with my twin sister, it was a difference. So I kind of talked with her, but other people, it was very much like, I don't want to talk to you. So yeah, I was a shy child. So in all aspects, I just kind of kept to myself, kept with my sister, but I kind of had to grow into understanding that how I viewed myself was the main reason why I was the way I was, in terms of just seeing myself and thinking that, I wasn't enough, I was less than, I wasn't worthy. And having that perception led me, was a byproduct of me not having confidence. So me not seeing myself in a certain light was equated to me having less confidence. And honestly, like I said, it is very much a complex thing. So not everybody that has, confidence actually has high self-esteem or values themselves, because some people will fake it, fake the confidence, and deep inside, they don't really have much worth about themselves, and they view themselves as less than, and have self-limiting beliefs while still operating in a facade of confidence. So it is not, a one size fits all kind of thing. But for me, definitely much, I did see myself in a negative light, so therefore my confidence very much was diminished and low, and it wasn't obviously a good thing. But now I look back at it, I just see that that was always the first and beginning thing, that how I saw myself was the very most important thing. I do advise that if you see yourself in a certain light, if you think that I'm not enough, I'm not worthy, start changing that. Start speaking life to yourself. Start speaking good words. Start speaking positive words. But start speaking the things that God says about you, not the things that the world says about you, or other people or family members say about you. And eventually, I kind of got to understand as I've grown up that my confidence isn't in other people or what people say about me, but it should be the confidence that God has given me, that He's worthy, He's enough, He's finished it all, He's completed it. Even if I'm struggling in life, I know that He's already done it, He's conquered it, and I can lean on Him, I can trust in Him, I can depend on Him when I'm less than and feel like I don't have enough. Um, just basically, I changed where my confidence came from, rather than from my own doing, from the things that I did, what I achieved, what I could achieve or do. I changed it to me like, I can achieve all these things, but in hindsight, looking back now, I'm like, I was able to achieve all those things with the confidence of knowing that God was by my side. So I want you to shift that. So if you're someone that doesn't have much confidence in yourself and think that, oh, I'm, less than, I'm not enough, start looking at it as, God was more than enough. He was worthy. Therefore, you're made in the image of God. Therefore, you're the very thing, the very description and characteristic that He is, we are too, only by His, grace. So push through and lean on God if you are someone of faith. And if you're not someone of faith, I do encourage you to seek that out and know that your confidence is in God, that is in Jesus, rather than in our own doing, because we can only do so much. Our works as filthy rags, the Bible tells us. We can do so much and it's still never going to be enough. You can see so many people, they say they do so much in terms of achieving everything, but it still feels like there's a hole, because we're constantly striving to be better, but our betterness is found in Jesus. Our being, at peace is found in Jesus. Our being confident is found in Jesus. Our being at peace, having joy, happiness is all found in Jesus. And I think once I found that my joy, my peace, and my happiness was found in Jesus, I just kind of let go of all the stresses of life and said, to live is Christ, and to die is gain is one of my favorite scriptures, because it almost says, to live I'll live for Christ, and to die is gain, because I will gain being with Christ. So even in dire situations, sometimes when you face grief and you're struggling and it feels like everything's just going awry, I just kind of want to encourage you guys to like lean on God, that our life our lives are for God, to live for God in this life. But if we do pass on to eternity, that's even better, because we're still living with Christ. We're having the presence of God with us 24/7. So if you're in grief and someone that you loved has passed, and like I said, I shared my YouTube video about grief, because I've also experienced grief in terms of just a friend. And not even then, I say that lightly, because I can't imagine how much more for someone, if you have a close family member, how much more it is even more painful. So my heart goes out to anyone that might be facing grief in any shape or form, because it is not nice at all. But once again, lean on God. So yeah, I just wanted to encourage you guys in this video to be like, have your confidence in God. Like, our confidence shouldn't be in the things that we do, what we make, how much money we make, how much friends we have, how much status we have, what we can bring to the table in a way. All those things are good and everything, but confidence is found in Jesus. Our confidence is found in God. Our confidence is found in the very word of God, that what He said, He's not man to lie. He will keep His word. But if He's promised you something, it's going to come to pass. It's going to come to fruition. It might not be in the time scale that you, as man, wants it to, but God definitely has a perfect plan. And a lot of us have been in situations where we've looked back and been like, oh my God, God knew exactly what He was doing, because if He'd not done this, then that would have not happened. And if I'd done it actually in this way around, then this, and you actually start realizing like, okay, God knew exactly what He was doing. So just remember moments like that. Remember and be confident that in those moments where you feel a little bit discouraged and you're like, oh, what the heck, Lord, what's happening? Just remember the times where He's actually come through and He's actually, pulled the pieces together. And I'm looking on my life, and I just looking at how did a girl a girl born in Zimbabwe come to England, um, have a life in England, basically just how did God just orchestrate that to say, you're going to be born in this country, but I need you to live in this different country, and I need you to get a house, get this job, move here, go to this church, move to this church, all these things. Like, I'm looking back at my life, I'm like, how did God just orchestrate all these things? But He had such a bigger plan in mind that even before I was born, He knew what was going to happen. He knew what He wanted for my life. So I just trust that He's got it right from to this point now. So He's going to continue getting it right. Even when it feels questionable, it feels weird, it doesn't make sense. And I'm not gonna lie, guys, I'm in the same situation. Sometimes I'm like, it doesn't make sense. I've told you guys, I'm not one to be put myself out there. I don't like really put myself out there at all. But in obedience, I'm doing videos, I'm being consistent, I'm stewarding what He's given me, the talent that He's given me, I'm stewarding with the best of my ability, and being a creative like my creator God. So that's the only thing I can do. I can use what I have. I can sometimes wish and but I sometimes look at painters and people that do art. I'm like, oh, I wish I had that talent. But it's also, I shouldn't really be saying that, because I'm diminishing the talent that He's given me and the space that He's given me. So you can appreciate other people's talents, but also appreciate the one you've got, because it's never too little. It's always enough, and use what you've got. So yeah, I hope I've encouraged someone today, and it's motivated you to see that your confidence is found in God, and that you can do this, and that He's with you. Don't be scared, even if it's scary, you don't know what's happening, you're kind of confused. He's with you. He has you, He has in the palm of His hand. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you do like this content, please do let me know. Let me know in the comment below. Like, comment, and subscribe. Anything you'd like me to talk about, anything that you might be struggling with. And also, I won't forget, I do have an ebook that you can purchase if you like to go deeper in terms of unlocking your self-esteem, unlocking your future, and unlocking your purpose. Obviously, you can use YouTube for the free resources that I do talk about on here, but I also have the ebook if you'd like that, and it's also available on my bio. on YouTube on CTT, and it's also on my Instagram. And I don't think I've been able to add it on TikTok, but I've got an Instagram and my YouTube. So if you'd like to know more about it, do message me, let me know, and I'll be happy to help. As always, guys, unlock your purpose, discover your path, and live your passion. I'll see you very soon. Bye.